Norman Dugdale was born in Lancashire in 1921. He moved to Northern Ireland in 1948, where, despite chronic health problems, he rose up the ranks to become head of the province's health department. I worked with him for 2 years during the Troubles. I remember him as elegant, well-dressed, and meticulous in the drafting of official memoranda. As a poet, he developed a style which was both formal and intimate, often taking on the perspective of an outsider looking in at his adopted country. He published 4 slim volumes which were collected and republished in 1997 after his death. Many of his poems are set in Belfast or in solitary landscapes along the north and west coasts of Ireland. A fellow poet has described Dugdale as one of Ireland's most unjustly neglected poets. I want to correct that neglect and to celebrate a lovely man, which is why I am now reading this poem. It's called White Church at Ballintoy. Ballintoy is a small harbour village in the county of Antrim, now known internationally as the location for the Game of Thrones. Like many of Dugdale's poems, it starts with a photographic image, moves into an action, then a feeling, and finally, well, you'll hear. White Church at Ballintoy by Norman Dugdale. There is an epigraph which reads, Haec porta Domini justi intrabunt in eam, which roughly translated means, This is the gate of the Lord, the righteous shall enter in. The village lines the coastal road, a thin straggle, Irish fashion, of houses, pubs, small shops, cottages. Yet tidy, touched, no doubt, by the Scottish passion for cleanliness and order. A mile beyond, across broad fields that slope towards the sea, the church stands on the edge of the escarpment, a solitary keep in this treeless landscape, tall, commanding in the distance. But then, close by, it dwindles to squat tower, blunt nave, its whitewash flaked blue-grey, a low stone wall crooked around its dead, in hummocked earth patiently awaiting resurrection. I try the door which yields, and entering find all seemly plain within, quite unmistakably Anglican in the Hibernian mode, outcropped here among the deep striated seams that riddle this rock-bound coast. The world's end once, whose massive boreal headlands rebuff the North Atlantic's fling and fury. But not today. Today, a slumbering sea nuzzles the tiny harbour down below. Due north, Islay and the paps of Jura smudge the far horizon, which kindles briefly now, far in the west, then smoulders like snuffed wick. Fleeting is a gull's faint cry that fades into the dusk across these great grey waters. The hungers here of flesh, blood's fever, heart's delirium are gathered into solitude and silence, with all the generations gone before. In the decaying light of late November, I have come here, craving commerce with the dead. Along the empty pews, my footsteps echo hollowly on wood. Not meaning to, I sink on stiff and unaccustomed knees, old man, who finds no words that can articulate or prayer appease the dog's howl of his grief.